Okay, there's my mic. 1 second. And there we go. Now everyone can be heard. Yay!
Welcome back to another episode of Dungeons and DoorBreakers. I'm not
Oh,
your host, but I'm still doing the narration anyway. Anyway, join the crew as we go through episode. What is
11.
this, 9? 11, wow.
11, yeah.
Step. Episode 11! That's supposed to be another wonderful, exciting week of adventure.
Indeed.
Shut.
Anyone named Mike? No? I don't think so.
Oh no. You fell for it.
I did.
Here we go.
Mike Cock. So,
Probably.
it's more than likely that.
I'm looking for Mr. Hunt, Mr. Mike Hunt.
Yeah.
I missed.
That concludes
I'm
the mic
looking
check.
for a
Okay.
mic.
Oh,
That was,
there it
that was
Mic
better.
drop.
It was just a pun. It was
It's
not a
just a
D's
pun.
nuts joke, guys.
Okay.
Mr.
Hopefully.
fucking Chance, man.
Hopefully there is no more issues proceeding, as so far
Oh, there's gonna be
we've
immediately
been
issues.
delayed due to personal reasons, and then my power went out right as we started the stream, so you know,
Yeah,
things
it's
are
a
looking great.
glorious episode.
I think Mothra and Kinkadora are tag teaming Godzilla out my window. So we
Yeah,
need to hurry this up.
I feel that.
It sounds like a rusty freight train hate fucking.
I think I'm a Pacific Rim movie right now, so. Anyways, yeah, we're back. We are a little late, so the stream will definitely be a good bit shorter. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and get started. To recap what happened last week. Last week, the party had entered into the workshop of Scatorra Wrath. And there they met Sentry, who is a sort of weird combination of a Warforged and just a generic robot, more robot than Warforged. There, Sentry, wait till the AM. I don't think that's gonna happen.
AM for me is only 2 hours.
That's
Fucking
true.
Say it.
I mean, sure, why not?
I mean, technically,
I
Elf.
have class at 7.
yeah.
I got 12 more of these in the fucking fridge. Let's
Nice
fucking
call.
go.
I only have so much
Max,
energy.
drink 3 of them, and then you'll be able to throw another can to Ethan.
I have like 0 energy, so I've expended all of my energy today already doing all the shit I told you guys about. Yes.
Send it.
So, last week after entering the workshop, met Sentry. Sentry told you guys not to be stupid and play with stuff. You guys proceeded to do that anyways.
Get all of us though? Or
I
just
guess
some
not.
of us?
Just you know, a certain person that knows who they are.
Jada.
Everyone just points fingers at Jada.
Why
Jada's
is
like,
it
who
when
could have that
something
been?
happens, It's always you.
Yeah, it's not. I can't even say it's always you four. It's always Jada. So.
That's the way to keep Jada from stealing your shit. Just shove your corn purse right up your ass.
Yeah, exactly. She'd
Ron,
she'd go
pretty
for
sure
it.
that
though.
Times
would-
like this, at times like this, I like to borrow a line from John Mulaney. I had that thought that only blackout drunks and Steve Urkel can have. Did I do that?
Oh my god. So.
So I was gonna say putting your coin purse there wouldn't really do anything because she just used Mage Hand to get it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Well,
You
at the very
clearly
least,
don't
Just use
understand.
Mage
You
Hand
clearly
to
don't
give you your
understand the
checkup.
vast depths of my ass.
at least you'll
Someone
have a
say
good
something
time.
about ass. I didn't hear it.
So, anyways.
It's so big in there. That's where they filmed The Descent.
Okay, we're moving on. Shut the fuck up.
10 men enter.
No,
one
I
man
said shut the
leaves.
fuck up. So, the party, after communicating with Sentry for a while and talking with Scathor as well, who ended up staying behind at the workshop with Sentry, you guys were gifted 4 different items, each with several different components or various things that you can do with that item. And there's Sentry told you that there was ways to upgrade your items. I'll go quickly through and remind everyone what the items were.
Luckily, mine is only half useless at the moment.
It works as a spellcasting modifier, so
Yes.
everyone's is like somewhat okay for right now, but once you get that first upgrade, it'll definitely be significantly better.
Both of the items that I got from all of this. Not
I
the
still want
magic
the rapier
ones.
I sold back.
No. So Kulrus, you were gifted a
Getting that
bow, that is effectively a magic bow. It has a magical string that you can just pull back, and an arrow in the string will appear. But also, when you are not pulling back on the string, it acts as a double-bladed sword. Oh my. I know that fucking reference. Damn.
I don't.
So,
Probably Resident Evil.
it's not.
Dark Souls.
No. You're going in completely the wrong direction. It's not a game reference. So,
Monty
Jada.
Python.
Is that a JoJo reference?
No, it's
I'm not
from
reading
YouTube.
chat, so.
Monty Python, final answer.
No, it's from YouTube.
Oh shit.
So, Jada's was the hilt of a rapier, which had the ability to have different interchangeable blades attached to it, and each blade was said to have different properties that would greatly enhance the weapon itself. But for now, it does act as a spellcasting modifier that enhances your damage as well as your spell attack.
Not my DCs for now,
Not for now.
For now.
but in the future.
Indeed. I didn't want to give you
Perhaps.
DC just yet, because I feel like DC is the best thing you can get out of that. So I
It
didn't want
absolutely
it to be,
is,
yeah,
but
by
you need
far.
to keep in mind, I'm an arcane trickster.
I know, but you know,
You get second level spells at like level
Yeah.
9.
it's not overly good for you yet. But once you do get the blade, it'll be
Yeah.
insanely good for you.
I can't wait.
That's why I gave yours like the biggest restriction almost, because I knew like once you get the blade, it's gonna be insanely good. So I didn't want it to be like overpowered before you got the blade. Kaylin, you were gifted a set of bracers, which increase your armor, as well as allowing you to use your reaction to create a shield to block any attacks that come at you, which will add a +2 to your AC. And Ogden, you were given a multi-tool rod, which has the ability to shift into whatever tool you can imagine, pretty much, as long as it's within the realm of possibility.
Go, gadget, fuck you!
Yeah. And you were told that there are other rods that you can attach to it that allow you to turn it into various other items, potentially weapons and other larger things once you get upgrades for it. So, as the recap on what you guys were given, and after you were given those items, you ended up making your way back up into the mansion where you decided to stay the night after exploring the town for a little bit. And then staying the night, Jada, I believe it was Jada. Yeah, Jada during her
Yep.
watch heard a mysterious noise that led her to explore the mansion, only to find herself being locked out as she exited. Quickly returning in,
No rogue is ever locked out. Just
they had
slow down.
they had no knowledge that you were a rogue.
fair, I suppose.
So Jada quickly unlocked the door, running back in to find a mysterious shadow figure looming over her party. She quickly engaged the figure, waking up her party, and the party began to engage in combat with the shadowy figure.
Don't
After
discount my brilliance like this.
briefly attacking Jada, it then began to seemingly turn its focus specifically to Kaylin. Although the party did not fully question this, except for Jada at one point.
Did we even notice?
You noticed. You said something about it.
Okay.
You asked why was it targeting Kaylin, and no one responded. So,
I don't know why I was. Man.
I didn't verbally respond. I took a mental note of it.
Yeah.
See, I only have +2 insight.
Kulrus is book smart, but nothing else.
Very much book smart, but not so much whenever it comes to just awareness.
Yeah.
So, you guys decided to, after defeating this shadowy figure,
I have proficiency in insight. Today I learned.
you all set out from the town after a brief discussion with Sentry and Scathor, and began to make your way to Mare, the hometown of Kulrus.
Mare.
And I believe so. Remind me of your roadmap. So you're going to Mare. Are you going to Vigneland after that, or straight to South? I can't recall.
I think we were going straight to Savum after.
Okay. So yeah, you are making a stop in Mare before you begin your journey to the capital city of Savum.
Because we were told that the last known location of the bladesmith or whatever was Savum.
Yep.
I also need to find jewels.
You also.
Yeah, we were going to do research on the jewels as well.
I have to find the stones.
And the rods.
To find the magical stones.
Do research on anything we can.
Well,
while we're here.
Snap away the.
I believe. The only locations I mentioned was Kulrus. Your strings were reported to have last been seen in the Feywild. Jada, the blades were last reported to be seen in Savum. Kalen, the gems were reported to be in the city of Balwick, which you were in. However, the city had been so ransacked that gems were definitely stolen at some point. Ogden, I believe that the rods were seemingly told to be placed around the country in various places. So, continuing on, you guys are currently traveling down the road. I think I actually said that you were approaching Mare.
Yeah, within sight of Mare.
Okay.
So,
because
you didn't want to describe it until we started.
Exactly. So that way it's fresh in the mind. So, on your approach to the Mare, Kulrus, a familiar sight to you. To the rest of the party, it is a pretty decent-looking city. There's nothing entirely special about it, but it's a well-built city from what you can see. There's various buildings that... sounds like Friday was pretty wild for you. I think, you DM on Friday, right, Brandon?
No.
Oh, no, you're... Oh, not anymore, okay. I was like, that's probably why.
From when he was DMing me, he DM'd last night. No.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I went over to a friend's house on Friday night. Actually, Onion night, if he shows up in chat. Yeah. With a slight bit of help from the others, I drank half a bottle of whiskey, which admittedly was only 375 milliliters bottle.
Okay. Damn.
Like a mini bottle.
Damn.
It's like that big.
Somebody your size, that's mighty impressive.
I also got 2 good gulps of coconut rum. The same of honey whiskey. So I had 2 different kinds of whiskey and rum. I was fucking gone.
10 out of 10.
That is easily the most intoxicated I've ever been.
All I did on Friday night was play Nier Automata.
Thank you for reminding me. Sometimes I actually forget that this is more than just a pretty piece in the liquor cabinet. Oh god, this.
So as you guys are approaching, you get a little closer, and for the most part, you've been traveling alongside hills and some plains here and there, but for the most part, there was hills. But as you approach the city, you see that these hills and valleys and many plains that you can see turn from that nice luscious green into a golden yellow. As you can see the various large wheat crops growing. You can see various people out in the fields harvesting. There's a city wall that you can see on approach as you get closer. There you can see several guards keeping watch. The wall is nothing insanely special. It is a fairly standard wooden wall.
is wall.
Mostly made to keep people either out or in. So
making sure that there's no sneak thieves around.
Exactly. So as you approach with your caravan,
me.
I'll
be right back.
Yeah, as you approach with your I guess just a carriage. I don't know why I said caravan.
Well, because we were traveling alongside a caravan.
That's right. Yeah.
On our way in, just
yes,
out of safety stuff, since we were taking some.
Yeah, you guys actually ended up going ahead as you were a little bit faster, as it seems like they did diverge, going on a different road.
How much is missing from it?
Damn.
It was one
Attaboy.
Of course, it was a peanut butter whiskey because that shit's good.
I need to get me some.
I've never tried peanut butter whiskey.
I recommend this brand.
I want to make peanut butter and jelly shots. So.
Yo, we have jelly in the fridge.
Well, usually there's like a jelly syrup you can get for it. So, but probably just normal jelly, sure. No, but one of the few bars I've been to had peanut butter and jelly shots that were god tier. So.
You know, there is a way to get around that. I've seen it used on higher proof alcohols. Use a Jolly Rancher. Drop a Jolly Rancher in there. I mean,
that's just
Jolly Ranchers. If you put them into
can't do Jolly Ranchers anymore. Elf knows why. You all know why.
Oh God!
Yeah, I can't do Jolly Ranchers anymore, and you all know why.
Yeah, I know why, but at the same time,
yeah,
good. So I can't stay away from it that much.
Flashbacks.
Yeah. No.
Oh man.
Everyone here
Google,
knows why.
If you don't know,
Ranchers to my shopping list.
Yeah.
But
God.
Right.
That story will curse me for the rest of my life.
That's on my shopping list.
What is going on?
I'm not that bad because the first thing I was told was that it was Starburst.
See, I've heard worse stories than that.
I have too, but it's still thinking about it. Just
Yeah.
I probably have a combined total of a gallon and a half of Red Bull inside of me right now. So.
Oh.
Nice.
So,
time for peanut butter whiskey with a grape jelly treat.
Anyways, back to D&D.
And not that.
Not that. Nowhere near that. So, on your approach to the city, you are hailed by the guards before they open the portcullis.
I'm gonna wait.
Actually, sorry, it's not a portcullis because it's a wooden gate. So you hail them. Kulrus, I believe you were the one that was reining in the horses. Yeah. So the guards
it's the boss's kid.
The boss
Are you over the border yet?
Shut the fuck up. The guards will hail you and say, you'll watch as the one that steps forward.
Nope.
Will start to call out to you and say, "Greetings, traveler. What is your? Is Kulrus? Is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
Well, welcome back.
Open
the gate. You'll watch as a couple of the guards will begin pushing the gate forward and opening it for you. And it's basically like a large wooden door. Don't get any ideas.
Guards we're talking to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So as the door is fully opened, they'll wave you in, and you'll make your way in. Once you're in,
says,
yeah.
Jado's saying, "I'm here too." And it just reminds me of the memes, like, "Open the gate, close the gate."
Open the gate a little.
So as you enter into the city, you all see a fairly bustling city. There's seems to be active trade going on in a center part of the town that you can see several feet ahead of you. You can see that there's market stalls all set up, and there's people wandering around trading, selling goods. You can see a couple carriages moving through the city, a couple people holding large signs that seem to say various things on it, like they appear to be protest signs of some sort. there's a couple that are talking about meat and protesting meat.
We got vegans infested.
Yeah, there's like 4 or 5 vegans that you see just like holding up signs, just like meat is murder. As like
Ogden is going to draw his crossbow and just kind of like G-fire the thing right into the ground, joking.
Okay, yeah, I was like, that is still murder. Sure, they're vegans, so
they're
you
vegan,
get like half a
people.
charge. They're like half a person,
murder, but murder is also murder.
So, but Kulrus, are you leading them straight to your family home, your family estate?
Yeah, I think so. We
Okay.
can at least
I don't know if I would do
carriage
that.
there.
What, Kaylin?
I don't know if I would take this group to your family's estate.
I mean, he's already brought him to the city he's grown up in, so he's already halfway committed.
Grow up in. It's not gonna be that hard to find where all the Dragonborn live.
Yeah, cool motive, still murder.
Why does this just sound like the setup for like this horrible joke about some guy bringing his girlfriend home to his incredibly racist parents?
Except it does kind of feel like that, doesn't it?
Instead of that, I'm bringing Jada with very sticky fingers to a very rich house.
I don't trust that boy. He's a delinquent. I just
my fingers literally stick together.
I find. Hold on a second.
We don't discriminate based upon medical conditions.
I just thought about it. You bringing us home. It's like I'm the like. When the whole bringing somebody home, I'm the boyfriend that's going to be like, he looks like that your parents, he looks like he's going to be in prison one day.
Actually, Roach
is the future like cop or whatever, and Brandon is basically just the douchey teenager that tags buildings.
Brandon's actually I don't actually see that. Because he's not been that edgy, really, at all.
I can't believe you would relegate me to something as insignificant as tagging.
Yeah,
I am at least on the level of manufacturing methamphetamine.
I was gonna say like robbing a bank, but you know.
No.
So what am I? Domestic terrorism charges?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Yeah.
Hell, you probably constitute like fucking international terrorism just without leaving your country.
La revolution!
Well, not yet, but soon, probably.
Anyway,
so
rise up, workers! You have nothing to lose but your chains.
I will ask my party to be on their very best behavior.
I can't promise anything about those two.
When am I not? Accidentally, like, negligently discharge one of the fucking bombs.
Just
not actually.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
What am I not? Shoots crossbow on action.
Behind me.
Whoops.
You just see like 3 corpses just ragdoll through the sky.
Oh god.
He was here before I got here.
Yeah,
it's just the Deadpool thing where the body just falls.
Yeah,
he was here
from
before
the
I got here.
So
we're cunts.
Kulrus, you've been leading your family, or fuck, I got that the wrong way around. I was gonna say you begin leading your family to your party's estate. I was just fixing to say that.
We got an estate. All right.
You begin leading your party to your family's estate, which is a little. It's connected to the city, but it's on the sort of the north west side. It is still within the walls, but it does have a little more space than a lot of the other area. And is pretty much directly connected to the university.
I'll be right back.
So,
I had to do something with the books.
Kulrus, you begin leading your party around. You can see various random people that are like kind of walking around the street. A couple of them walk over to the cart and kind of like recognize you, kind of, and wave.
Man, I just realized something.
I'm not gonna ask because it's gonna get us distracted.
Smart move.
I usually end up asking and it gets us distracted, so I'm not gonna ask. But of course, you see a couple people that seem to recognize you and wave. You don't really recognize them back, but
I'll like wave and smile like I know them.
Yeah, it's like, oh hey, I haven't seen you since, you know.
Hi, person.
like those awkward like big family reunions where they're like, "Oh, I was there at your birth. You remember me?" I was like, "Oh, yeah."
Oh yes, I
Nah,
remember.
bitch,
you
my eyes
from
weren't even able to
birth.
open yet.
So yeah, you lead them along for what's about 5-ish minutes before you all come into a bit more of a clearing instead of the large bustling part of the city. Now you can see in the distance. You fucker. How dare you make that analogy? Why is it so good too? I'm gonna hate you.
Why are you booing me? I'm right.
I know. Yeah, it's the
I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about.
he's out of line, but he's right. Um, Jesus. So yeah, you watch as it opens up a little more. You can see a decently sized house, not a mansion, but a decently sized 2-story house with a little bit of land around it. It has a very nice homey feel, almost kind of like a log cabin of sorts. And to its right, you can see a much more magnificent building. You assume this is the university. It has, you can see the campus. There is a Sitter common ground that's right in the middle of the campus. You can see that there are about 6 buildings, 2 large buildings. The other 4 are decently small, but you can see that the campus ground is kept very, very nice. You can see that there is all sorts of gorgeous. Is gardenry the right word? No.
Topiary bushes.
I was gonna say like there's like a nice sort of garden
Hedgerow.
kept around the buildings to make it look very nice and pleasurable to the eyes.
Hedgerow.
Yeah. There is a hedgerow. There's also like there's various flowers growing as well that you can see.
My landscaping knowledge comes into play once more.
I could also go ask my dad too, but
Yeah,
I
but
think
you got
he's-
me on demand.
that's true. So
As well as
Um,
me.
And me.
I mean, I have 2 uncles or I guess an uncle and then my dad's cousin that own landscaping businesses, and my dad technically is a co-business owner for it, for both of them
Owner.
actually. But
Oh yeah, but I actually
Shrubbery.
took the test for all of these things.
Yeah.
Request.
you're
The
definitely
shrubbery-
much more on demand than going up and asking my dad, who's probably
So
asleep
like,
anyways.
what? I could just look at a tree. It's like, I know what species that is. I know what species that is. I know when that one's in bloom. I know when that's.
That yeah,
I'm never gonna
that's-
fucking
that's
have to
pretty,
use this shit.
That's pretty standard for most people in landscaping, I would say.
Yeah.
Because I know the 3 people I just mentioned are all like that too. So,
It's so ingrained in me. I now, whenever I'm going into a store, I just immediately kind of like have this urge to cut the sucker growths off of trees. I fucking hate it.
So yeah, you can also see that there are various. There's a spot where you can see that there is a decently large tree that's providing a decent amount of shade, and you can see that there's actually what appears to be a gathering around that tree. You can see that there, at least Kulrus, you would know that as students. The rest of you assume it's students, as you can see someone standing up and kind of wandering back and forth, seemingly like moving their hands as they're talking. So they're part Italian.
We're just Southern.
I'm
Yeah.
intrigued.
Or just Southern. It's true.
Fuck you.
I mean, we do it too. We don't do it like near as much, but we definitely do it too.
Imagine, hold on a second. I'm a Southern Italian, so it's so much worse
Yeah,
for me.
yeah.
Yeah.
As is obvious, as he's talking and just like moving his hands all over the place.
Yeah, whatever.
So yeah, you can see there actually appears to be a class actually happening, or I guess the proper term would be a lecture happening, even underneath this tree with the nice shade. But it's a very pleasant campus to look at compared to the what's the campus in Wolfpine? I fucking can't remember, and I don't have my notes up.
Douche bro, you.
Wolf Pine University.
No,
I don't
it
remember.
was
No,
something else.
It was
Bloomington or Bloomington.
God, that is
Indiana?
I
That is a
couldn't remember.
fucking pretentious name.
Yeah.
But also an
Um,
all-girls school.
Yeah,
It's a
it
college
is a
of elves
pretentious
for all
school.
women. What
So,
do you think?
Yeah.
But
I was
yeah,
raised in the Hard Knock Academy. Go fuck yourself, bitches.
compared to that university, which was definitely a more prestigious.
God. Brendan.
I hate everything.
Uh,
Okay,
blame
he
Brendan.
joined back pretty
okay,
quick.
He's back.
I'm still in the right place.
No, you're not.
No, I'm
Not anymore.
Well, I'm Jada.
So,
Who am I?
What am I
Kulrus.
stealing?
Yep.
Who am I?
Wow.
Same.
You're Ogden right now, Brendan.
Close
Until
enough.
you turn on your webcam.
Wait, I left?
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
you
internet
left.
didn't change at all.
Your
Yeah,
camera's also off.
Yeah, you're the one that left, Chief. I don't know what
I
to
never
say.
lost connection. on
Turn your
anything.
camera back on.
Yeah. Thank you.
Must be the Chilean.
Yep.
Wi-Fi.
Kulrus, you have changed. It's true. Imagine it like next time that happens, we just have to like switch to that character. It's official now. If you're ever under another character's banner, you are now that character.
I've got.
Oh god.
Yeah. With how that ended up, I only trust one person to play Jada correctly anyway.
Is it me?
No.
Who is it then?
The person who ended up in my spot.
So Elf,
I mean,
yeah.
You
Yeah.
heard what I said. I said, "Oh, I'm Jada. What am I stealing?"
Yeah.
Pretty much.
He
So-
gets me.
Kulrus, you take the driveway down that leads to your house, your family's home, and out in the distance a little bit, as your family does also own a farm. You can see that there is a barn towards the back, and you can see various fucking Justin, piss off. You can see various livestock roaming in the back, which is fenced off. And you can also see in the front of your house there is more wheat fields. And
Wait, are we gonna get to meet Kulrus's family?
we're getting to that. So
I'm gonna fuck his dad.
No.
Just a flex like that.
what?
What, you never heard the insult? I'm gonna fuck you, dad.
But why?
Yeah, but why?
Never mind.
What has Kulrus done to you?
It was a bad joke.
It was.
Didn't land.
Needs to be a fist fight now.
Oh my god. I like knew what you were going for. It was just so out of fucking nowhere. I just wasn't ready.
Never mind.
Oh my god. Okay. But Kulrus, you can see out in the wheat field as your you assume it's your mother. You can't really tell from the distance. But you assume it's most likely your mother that seems to be cutting some of the wheat. And she seems to notice the carriage moving and begins walking towards the house. And as you actually come to a stop towards the end of the driveway, putting you right in front of the house, you can watch as you're blue, right?
Yeah, blue.
Okay.
I'm blue.
You watch as a somewhat aged but still decently youthful looking blue dragonborn female approaches the carriage. I don't know what questions you're gonna ask, but if it's something I don't like, I'm gonna ignore it.
Well, then I'm not even gonna ask it.
That's the point.
Love it.
I'll let Max do it instead,
You fuck.
because I know he'll have the same question.
No.
Well, DM
Um,
it to me. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Is she
Just
hot?
whatever you think of, it's probably what I thought of.
I hate you.
Now, what are we
I
talking
can-
here?
I
B
can
cup,
probably
D
guess
cup.
what he. Yeah.
I can
That's what I
guess
was
it too.
assuming that
Yeah.
Brandon was going for. No,
That's
really?
not
what
what
is
I was going for, but that's equally as good.
So you watch as she's actually wearing like a simple dress as well as a large brimmed hat. And you watch as she approaches and seems to recognize Chorus and says, "Oh, Chorus, you're home." And you look over and do see it is indeed your mother, who is a couple inches shorter than you. But
We're all very short in this Dragon Boy
yeah,
family.
you guys are fairly short. Except for one.
As always, the one guy.
So yeah, as you get down from the carriage, she'll actually rush over and give you a hug.
I'll hug back and make sure that Jada's not trying to pick her pockets while I do so.
No, I'm not going to steal from your family.
It's good to know.
We
That's
can
bad
hope.
form.
Let's really hope Jada does not sink that low. I don't think
Anything is on
Jada
the way
will, but
Nah.
you can never know with the rogues. But she'll do all the typical mother things, like kind of inspect your face and any like scars you find. She'll kind of like ask, like, "Oh, are you okay?" And,
But yeah, I did
What
get
happened
hurt a
to
couple
the
of
yeah,
times.
doing like the typical mother thing. She's like seeing all these like battle wounds that you have, and she's just like, "Oh my god, that looks like it hurts. Are you okay?
You look thin.
Do
Are you sick?
Yeah, she's like,
Mom,
"Have you
I'm
been
Superman,
eating
and
enough?"
I'm still your mother.
She's like, you're definitely looking a little thinner. Are you sure you're eating properly? And then
Properly or enough?
enough.
Because those are two different things.
well,
Because I've had plenty of waffles.
Properly, definitely
That's
not.
true.
Enough, probably.
It does seem like you're burning the calories very fast in comparison to when you're eating.
Yeah.
Because there are still days where like you're on the road and you're rationing, But for sure, for what? Anything, everything. Good point. So, yeah. After she does all the typical motherly things, worrying about your health and whatnot, you see as she turns her attention and says, "Oh, you all must be Chorus's friend.
Carlos,
Nice to meet you all."
pleasure to meet you.
Chorus, introduce them, of course.
I will go around and introduce them all.
I would like to
Wait,
hear what he
wait.
has to say.
Very important question.
Oh, okay. You want me to tell her exactly what I think
Who
of
does
all
he
of them?
introduce first?
I want to know what your introduction would be.
So I'm gonna point to Jada, say, "That's Jada. Keep an eye on her. She has sticky fingers." I'll point over to Kaylin.
I look at
That's
my
Kaylin.
hands.
I don't really know a whole lot about Kaylin, but she seems okay.
None of
That's
us
all
do.
good. Just make sure he doesn't blow anything up, and you'll be all right.
I'm going to take I'm going to take the top of like my kettle helmet and just be like,
Nice. She'll give like a slight bow to all of you, and greet
And a
herself
bow back.
as Tressa. I think, right? Is it Tressa?
Tracer.
Yeah.
I don't
Tressa.
know how to pronounce it. Why would I have thought of how to pronounce it?
Tressa.
If
I think Tressa would be right.
Tracer.
Yeah. She'll introduce herself as Tressa Brindhall, and that she is indeed Chorus's mother, and she'll thank all of you for watching over him. Before she'll turn her attention back to the house and say, why don't you all come in? I'm sure you've had a long journey.
Indeed.
Yeah, sure.
We'll get some food going for you, and some tea if you all like. And she'll lead you all along to the front door, where she will open the door and hold it open for all of you. As you all enter, you watch as she closes it and walks up. I'll describe the house first. So when you enter into the house, there is a large foyer. You can see that there is a coat hanger to your side. There's a couple of different small little stands where you can see that there are lamps. You can also see that there are various like holding spots in case there are guests for any sort of assorted items that they might bring if they come over. To your left, you can see that there is a large dining room. with about 12 seats to it. Pretty long table. And to your right, you can see that there is what appears to just be a normal living room. There's nothing super special about it. You can see that it does have a large window that looks out upon the field. And you'll watch as she leads you over to the dining room and says, feel free to sit and make yourselves at home. I'll get someone started on food for you.
Is it
Thank
just
you,
gonna be
mother.
waffles?
Thank you, ma'am.
It won't be waffles.
That's
So you'll-
breakfast.
Yeah. You'll watch as
Breakfast
she
for dinner,
will walk through a door that
much
is
As much as
connected.
Kulrus loves waffles, they are solely a breakfast food.
Very true.
That's good.
It has its
Ain't wrong with
limitations.
So you'll watch as she will walk through a door, and that is connected to the dining room. You'll hear her start talking to someone, and then you start hearing a couple commotion going on, as if they're moving pots and pans and various things. Chorus, do you stay down here, or do you wander up to the house looking for any other family members?
I'll stay down here for a little bit.
So, after a few minutes, you'll watch as your mother returns, holding a tray with 5 different teas on it. She'll place one down in front of all of you, place one down towards the seat at the head of the table, and then she'll say, why don't I go tell your father that you're here? I think he's actually just upstairs in his study right now.
No, that'll be good. Wait here.
Unfortunately, your brother and sister are at the university right now, but they shouldn't be too long before they're home.
It's alright.
And she'll make her way up before a couple minutes later. You'll watch as she comes down with a this Dragonborn shows his age a lot more compared to Korsa's mother. Once again, blue Dragonborn. This one stands an inch
Assuming
or
it's the
two.
father.
Yeah, an inch or two above Chorus. You'll watch as he does seem to be holding a cane as he is walking. He has a bit of a hunchback to it, but he's still, even with that hunch, he's still a couple inches taller than Chorus. And he will make his way and say, Chorus, my boy. So, tell me, how have the adventures been going? As he makes his way and sits at the head of the table.
Well, for my first real time out, it was quite eventful. I ran into Adkus
Oh,
at the dig site. He's already up to his usual shenanigans of
that
trying
scumbag.
to claim my discovery, but well, I'll let you try and guess what we uncovered.
I have actually heard. So,
Where
That
travels
ruins the
fast.
surprise.
Is there any way that we could? Is there any way that you could? I'm gonna say this in character in a different way, obviously, but is there any way that we could kind of like sue him / discredit him? Because I really, if there's
He's
one thing that I
already-
really hate, it's people taking credit for other people's.
He's already
shit.
fairly well known to take credit for other people's
I guess
discoveries, from what I
Drinsdale.
understand.
Adkus Drinsdale is well known within the archaeology community as being a sham, of course. He has, on various occasions, taken credit for others' discoveries. In fact, he tried to do so with one of my own. Unfortunately, the Drinsdale family, well, needless to say, the only reason why Atticus is not been put in jail is because his father has quite the extensive bank account.
Well, if you want, me and Jada can drain it for you.
I
Did I hear draining a bank account?
sorry,
look at
I should
that.
have introduced myself. I am Uliam Brindhall, head of the Brindhall family right now, as well as principal of the Mare University. It's a pleasure to meet all of your acquaintances. And I assume you all
Likewise.
go around and introduce yourselves in return. And I'll say, as much as I would find that hilarious, I will not condone thievery. The Bryn Hall does have a...
Who said
Well.
anything about thievery? I just said I'd drain his bank account. I didn't say how.
I can imagine how, so... Regardless, I would not do
There's
such
more efficient
things.
ways to do than stealing.
Regardless,
In
Bogus
any
lawsuits
case, it
from
is
multiple
not to be
directions.
on the account of the Brendhalls. You can do it out of your own want.
but needless to say, Atticus would never be a problem despite his father's love for that dumbass child. Pardon my language. So,
You kidding? I
You
said
do
worse
realize
than
you're
one
talking with a dwarf here.
I do have a figure to uphold, even if it's in my own home, I suppose, but... So, Chorus, is it true? The Tomb of Scatorra.
It is very true. And on the way there, we met a halfling who had no regard for his own safety.
It sounds like an imbecile. What happened
He
to him?
set up. He
Indeed,
set
he
up
was.
every single trap. I don't know. We lost track of him in.
Let me tell you, son. The
We-
best
we lost
people to
track of him
adventure
in
with are the ones that have no fear of death.
I
They'll always do the
I
dumb
don't-
shit for you.
I don't think it was so much that he didn't fear death as he didn't understand.
He didn't acknowledge
Hmm.
it.
Well,
He didn't understand anything except
there's a fine line there, I suppose.
It's a
But
fine line between life and death. And that man constantly
You-
walks it.
you could make him sound better and play it off as if it was definitely bravery, I'm sure. Regardless, what did you find? I mean, surely there was something remarkable in there.
Well, we talked to Scathor himself, ish. At least what was part of his essence that was left behind.
Ew.
That
Stop that.
wow. Jesus fuck, Roach.
You have to remember, I wasn't there for that time.
I know.
What did
That's
I
right.
just miss?
Don't worry
I made a
about
joke. Yeah.
it. So he'll continue. Saying, I would honestly expect nothing less of Scathor Wrath. I just feel like if that was the case, wouldn't he want to make his tomb a little easier to find?
I would think the opposite, really.
Would you want just anybody walking into
I
your
think
tomb?
he wanted only a very specific type of person to find him.
I suppose that would make the most sense, yes.
We also he gave us an orb that was, I believe,
I'd
his
like to look around the room and
Original
loudly say,
spellcasting.
what sort of person is that?
Huh?
We don't exactly fit an archetype together.
Wait, wait, hold on. Repeat what you're doing? You're looking around the
As I
room.
say, only
You
a
said-
certain type of person.
Oh, okay,
He's looking
okay.
around the room.
So, what sort of person is that? We don't exactly fit an
Yeah,
archetype.
I didn't fit that together. Okay. Yeah. Julian will give a slight chuckle and say, I see you've surrounded yourselves with remarkable and interesting people, Kulrus.
Interesting and remarkable are two words to use for him, yes.
Despite your tone, I'm going to take that as a compliment.
Anyway, we found an orb that I believe was his primary spellcasting focus, and also contained a limited consciousness of him. And we
Really?
took it to the ruins of Balwick,
The
Where-
city of Scathor.
yeah, which we found as well. It had been pretty much picked over.
I would
But
figure
we
as
found,
much.
we made our way to his workshop, hidden workshop underneath his residence, and met with one of his
Oh.
automatons.
So you not only found the tomb of Scathor, but his workshop that is so beyond coveted that I have seen men in my field go mad trying to find it.
Yes,
Yeah, wasn't that
You're
hard?
trying to find something like
I
this?
must say, my son is truly impressive. Sorry, I don't mean
I'm
to
flattered.
discredit your friends. My apologies. You all are impressive. That is a feat in its own right.
We also now carry some of his work with us that he gifted to us.
Do you mind if
I'll pull out my bow and just hand it over to him and say, just be careful with it.
And he'll kind of like take his finger and kind of like notice the serrated blades that are in it and be like, so it's a bow, but also acts as some sort of sword as well.
Yeah. It's about the size of it.
Oh,
It's still incomplete as well.
how does it work as a bow? And he kind of like looks at it awkwardly, like trying to find a string. Is like there is no string.
Just mine pulling back an arrow. You'll see.
And you'll watch as he like kind of confusedly looks at you and then like begins to start pulling it back, and then you watch as the magical thread appears and he goes, whoa, that is remarkable. I'm sure museums would pay millions for an artifact like that.
It's
Millions, you
still
say?
incomplete even.
Wasn't even
It's
me this time.
incomplete?
It's incomplete. I will have to
Lord.
most likely travel into the Feywild to complete it at some
Oh.
point. It'll be an
That's-
interesting journey.
I would
It'll be a fun one.
But
beware going to there, but
I think before then, I will help my other companions finish their artifacts.
not
It seems a little more attainable.
well, I won't
The
pry too
Feywild
much.
sounds fun, honestly.
Very dangerous, but
Very
yes.
dangerous, yes. We need to be much more prepared before we go in there.
Yes, I would
You are
recommend
not
taking
prepared.
someone familiar with the Feywild if you're going, as someone unfamiliar would be lost for. Well,
Yes.
you might never come back. To be honest,
Do you have any
the Feywild, of
recommendations on who might be?
most of the people I
Familiar?
know have either grown too old or passed from that age. So,
Mm.
I'm sure you could find someone in Savin.
We need to find an Eladrin. That would be easiest.
There are very few Eladrin within the country, but I'm sure you could find one or two in the city of Savin. But
Perhaps Tathara knows somebody.
who is
She's
this?
well
Asara?
connected. This is the owner of an inn up in Wolfpine, or down in Wolfpine. I guess it's south.
So now you're
We,
making prestigious friends. I see.
Indeed.
So is she cute?
Oh, yeah.
You know, how's your dating life going, Kulrus?
I've been moving around place to place. I haven't really had any time.
You're going like that's my boy.
You want it like your father has like a full-on smug face. Truly knowing that he just totally blindsided you with that question, but
What question?
he asked how his
I need
dating
to-
life was going. That definitely
think
just
it's
throwing
going
a
Epic
wrench.
and private.
Why
I
haven't
don't
you found
think it's
somebody? Why are
going
you still on adventure?
anywhere.
Yeah, he'll look dead at like Chorus, just be like, you know, whoever you bring home, Chorus, is perfect for us. Just know that we're not forcing you to choose a dragonborn. You know, there's no pressure. Whoever you feel best with.
That's good to know.
For the record, I would never.
No, he's not like looking at either you or Kaylin. He's not like making this like
I'm going
A
to
reference
just
towards you
slowly
guys.
turn towards Jada.
Just if Jada says that, I'll say ditto.
Damn.
I would be offended if it wasn't mutual.
Wow. Is this rate? No.
This is not racism, no.
I know. I'm kidding. The personalities don't match.
Not at all.
If they're bite-sized, we might eat them. These are much more scholarly Dragonborn, but you know, Dragonborn are still Dragonborn. Of course,
Hey,
you
man,
are
ever had Gator?
Ravenite, right?
Yeah, we are.
So yeah, you are tailless then, if I recall.
Mm-hmm.
You ever eaten fried gator, my man?
Fuck off.
That shit good.
Somebody say
It's so
Steve Koval?
good. I knew that's where it was gonna go. Steamed cold bowl wouldn't be like alligator because it wouldn't
Did
be
you
fried.
have to wait till I took a sip of whiskey?
It'd have to be fried.
I couldn't
cold
tell,
boiled.
man. It's just
Out of
perfect
curiosity,
thing.
I did look up who Dragonborn are actually compatible with. It is
Yeah.
Changelings, Dragonborn, and Kobolds.
Oh
That's
no.
it.
That's it.
Do we actually utilize that, or is it just like
It's really the only source for that kind of stuff. So
That's
Yeah.
compatible.
I'm
Okay,
happy.
but
That
that's
is-
compatibility for breeding,
Yeah.
not
Breeding,
for
yeah.
fornicating.
yeah,
Yeah.
you
know?
could still probably fornicate and have a romantic relationship, but you're gonna have to adopt.
Yeah.
Uh,
Otherwise, the
But
guys are
it
getting
is
involved and
updated
you
for
don't want
5e
that.
because the 3.51 didn't have a.
out of
anymore,
curiosity, who are furbolgs compatible with?
I just closed it. Why did you ask before I
yeah,
closed it?
we don't need to discover this right
Control
now.
Shift
There's
T.
no fullborgs. Fuck, I can't see.
Furbolgs.
Furbolgs, thank you.
Send a
Um,
screenshot in the chat and we'll move on.
So,
Yeah.
Find it again.
Control Shift T.
Or you could just share the link.
I had it in a different window.
well, you should, if you press it enough, it'll eventually
That'll
reopen.
still do it. Yeah.
I can just go in my history and do it. It's quicker. I already have
It's
it. Look
not.
at that. I already have it. So how can you say it's not quicker?
Pain. So,
Moving on.
Never.
There you go.
as your dad is still kind of
There's
pretty much
the
joking with you, Kulrus, he's doing the typical dad thing, like, I need to embarrass my son a little bit in front of his friends. So, as this is going on,
Also, on a random side note, there
Mhm.
may be a couple of elf girls that were history majors that may be transferring over to this school, and they might have one of my scales. There's a much longer story to that
I
for
don't,
another time.
Sweet Jesus.
I don't know if I
furbolgs are
want to know,
compatible
but
with
it's
almost
interesting.
everything.
lean over. That story goes how you think it does.
I would hope as much.
I'm gonna say exactly.
God bless
as
my
you
son.
think he does.
Just to sow chaos. Let's go.
Where are they transferring from?
Wolf. What was it? Wolf.
It's
one in Wolfman,
Bloomington.
Bloomington.
The all girl else
Oh,
over yonder.
Kulrus, you sly dog.
I did give a presentation over there. By the way,
Did you know?
It was an oral presentation.
he's not wrong. Is the problem?
You watch this Kulrus' dad is like, oh, did he now?
I made good friends with the teacher.
You might not want to hear. Your mother may not want to hear this. She might have a different reaction. As she says that, the door opens and you watch as your mother and a maid following her walk in holding trays, and your mother says, "Not here, what?" And your father's like showing himself like, "Nothing, dear, nothing to worry about."
He got offered a job at a school.
Shut up, you.
He did get offered a job
He
there,
did
actually.
yeah.
Did he?
We replaced the teacher that we had to
Yeah.
kill, or that killed herself.
That killed herself,
Um,
indeed.
Trying to
Yeah, just casually saying that.
take it away
Well-
from the whole other part of this
Yeah.
conversation. Okay.
Yeah, so a fun thing happened at that school. Apparently, there was a plot that involved
Mare.
a lot of murder.
Wasn't me.
Your mother is like mid passing out food, and she just like looks at you like just
We stopped it. Don't
It's like-
worry.
We weren't the
Also,
ones
the reason he
committing
turned it down.
murders.
I hope not. Is there a reason
Wait.
I should infer that?
The look
we
on
were
your face,
the
I
ones that
wasn't
got
sure.
murdered.
She was. The
But-
look was more like pure worry, as like, oh my god, were you potentially gonna get murdered, and you didn't tell your mom about it?
You're always at risk of being
Hell
murdered. I
no.
can't run to my mother every time I'm almost
Look,
murdered.
we almost got killed by a lot of things. That's how
Yeah.
adventuring goes.
This is not.
There was the vampires and the werewolves and the.
What do you mean didn't tell your mother? What do you
God
need a permission?
thing.
Do you need to sign a
fine.
permission slip for the field trip
You see,
to get murdered?
I don't have a sending spell.
it's more like like the pure worry. She's just like, would like to know this beforehand and be like, okay, I'm okay, don't worry. It's just a mother being worried.
I'm literally okay right now, Mom. It's fine.
There's nothing that can quell
It's-
a mother's worry for her child.
It's all
Um,
good.
So, but she'll
It's good.
just like continue passing out food and just be like, oh god,
Which,
god.
on that note, I need to hand these medical documents off to somebody at the school.
Your
So
mom will step
I-
forward and take them from you and say,
Yeah.
sure, I can get someone to look at them. What
Just,
does this have to do
just
with?
need- well, there was a part of the whole plot there at the school was a lot of experimentation on students that went missing. And we need to know more about
Of course, I'll have
That
someone
is-
at the school check it out. I was gonna be heading over there later this afternoon anyway, so it works out.
Mm.
So, feel free to enjoy your meals. And before you is just a fairly simple soup. You can see that there's various vegetables in it and a couple chunks of meat. And you actually see that your father's already started digging in.
Before I start to eat, I'll say, so I saw some vegans on my way in today. What's that all about?
Oh my god. Are they still out there?
Yeah.
No,
They're
there's
saying that meat is murder.
some of the children of some
It
of the
can be.
farmers that have only been growing produce as opposed to any sort of
Livestock.
Helpful food.
as opposed to growing any sort of livestock. The children of those farmers are so insistent about how slaughtering cows and pigs and chickens is
The-
murder.
They looked extremely thin. Are they getting enough protein?
No,
I
Really
doubt
not.
it.
they're vegans. What do you expect?
One of them, if I recall, actually did pass out.
Yeah, that's
Poor frail little boy.
What races was that crowd made up of primarily?
It seemed to be a combination of I'll say it was mostly humans, from what you could tell.
yeah, that tracks.
Yeah, that tracks. Because elves would actually know how to eat a balanced diet based on plants.
Yeah, because
But even then, you gotta realize you need some meat.
Yeah.
Oh,
'Cause there's not- It's not like nowadays where you have like supplements for that kind of stuff.
Right. This is like
Yeah, this is
like Middle Ages high
Yeah.
fantasy setting.
yeah, this is
Like,
high
there is no feasible way in this age to
Indeed.
sustain a vegetarian vegan diet.
Well, I mean,
for
unless
sure.
you're a furbolg or something like that. But I have a feeling that
Yeah,
the
but
their
the-
biology.
The
Yeah.
biology is completely different.
So, yeah, your mother seems like kind of annoyed. And she actually starts going on like a rant for a little bit before she like stops herself and says, "Sorry, I didn't mean to rant.
No, please keep going.
No, and feel free
I
to
love
enjoy your
anybody
meals."
shit talking vegans.
Oh
If you'd like, I could make them go away.
no,
Jada,
no.
we are not killing
I-
or stealing.
We're not
anything in
killing
this
or
house.
stealing.
Say any of that.
Hold on.
Kidnap them.
Or threatening.
I'll have you
Or
know, I
seducing.
can make them go away without anything illegal.
No threatening or seducing either.
Just
You're
mind
really
wash
cutting my options thin here.
That's the point.
True,
I can still do
unfortunate.
Just charm them.
I can
And
still
force
do
them to
it.
eat meat.
No magic.
I could still do it.
Good lord, why?
Don't spend any of the party money.
Still.
You know what? How about you just don't do anything while we're here?
Yeah. I
Okay.
agree.
That would be good. I don't want to cause any undue trouble in my hometown.
Before
It is
your mother does actually join you at the table, and she turns around and says, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I had almost forgot." And she'll turn around, and you see that the maid is still there, standing. And she'll say, "I should have introduced her earlier. This is our maid, Nora. She's a great help around the house now that me and Julian have gotten a little older."
Is she hot?
She's human. I will say that. She's probably close to mid-30s, you would guess. She's wearing glasses and has her hair tied back in a bun. It's this sort of light brown hair. She is moderately attractive. She's not like overly gorgeous or anything, but she's not unattractive. She's human.
Okay.
And she'll give a bow and say, if I may ask, are you all planning to stay here?
Are we?
I believe that they'll be staying.
I wouldn't want to.
We have-
I wouldn't want to impose.
We
No,
have some research to do. There's plenty of rooms.
We
in the
do
house.
have plenty of rooms, of course. I just wanted to know if you wanted me to go ahead and prepare them.
That would be nice if you would.
Sure. I'm going to get the got the attention, but bring up the topic of bring up the fact that I am an alchemist. I tinker on shit, and I was going to ask if there are any since this is a college and it seems like it's more along the lines of practical stuff as well. It's not just bard shit like the other one.
Yeah, it's not bard and wizard. It's like it's like an all-purpose.
Yeah, like an actual college.
Do you
this
have
is- this
bard
is-
and
no,
wizard
that-
classes here?
That's an art school. This is an actual college.
We would offer some.
Actually, yeah,
some bard
that
and
is a-
wizard
Here
that
you
is a
can get an
good-
actual degree.
Yeah, that is a good
Guys, turn down the gain
Yeah.
on your microphone for God's sake.
true. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's a very good analogy, Max.
So I'm going to ask if there are any engineering labs or something like that on the campus that I could not commandeer, but because I know how campuses usually work. You have to like schedule something ahead of time to use it, so that I could.
Yeah, you'll watch as Ulium will look up and start to try to say something, but he clearly has his mouth full, so he like almost chokes for a second, and then like decides trying to speak is not the good idea, and he kind of looks over to his wife.
I could see where the brains in the family start and where they end.
It seems like this is just a
I don't say
Dragonborn
this out
thing.
loud.
No, because you've seen Kulrus do something similar. It has
Oh.
nothing to do with brains. Dragonborn just like to eat.
That's fair.
But Tressa kind of looks over and says, yes, Ogden, right? We do actually have a few engineering labs, but given that we do own the college, don't worry about having to... I can't think of the fucking word.
Well, I'll just
Destroy anything?
go around that, but
No.
I'm going to mention all of the things that
Wait,
we found. The things that we found in the Scathor's workshop.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say, I'm basically going to say, what kind of tools you got here? Because
Oh, are you gonna try and fix some of the not finished ones?
I'm going to, if not fix it, I'm going to see if I can integrate it into my current equipment.
Hmm.
Because honestly, with prototypes, if it doesn't work, you could always kind of like, how many times has in IRL that a prototype has failed, but then has been repurposed into something else. I mean, superglue originally started as the material that aircraft canopies were going to be made out of.
Yeah. So, Ulium seems to have gotten the food down finally and says, yes, of course, if just let one of us know before you want to head over there. We can escort you, or Kulrus can escort you. And we can even, if you would like assistance, I will not force it on you. We do have a couple engineering professions that I'm sure would be happy
The more
to
the
help.
merrier.
Yes.
Would
I'd like to
my
go
family
to the
name
college.
would my family name also carry any?
Did you guys
Probably
just
not.
introduce? Yeah, actually, Kulrus introduced you guys with first names
I
only.
just say first names.
So they do not know
Odds
your
and
last
real-
name.
No one knows mine.
What
Yeah,
do
we
you mean?
don't
It's right there
actually
on
know.
the screen.
Let's just say that he has like, I didn't catch your full name, and I just say my full fucking name.
Yeah, I mean, it's more of like one of those things where you're like, just so you know, I am from the Ganon family. If you wanted to say something like that, or Ganon clan, whatever, however you would
It's
refer
like-
to your family.
Say the Ganon family is well known for blah blah blah. I'm gonna say something without humble bragging
Yeah.
or sounding like a dick.
No, you're fine. So yeah, Ulium will look at you and say, I do believe I recall a mentioning of the Gannon family. You have, I assume, given that you're a dwarf, you have multiple siblings, right?
Multiple say more like a plethora.
I'd assume as much. I believe I taught a Gannon at some point. The
Forgot
name-
the dwarves were so
The name escapes me.
Numerous?
fertile.
Fertile. Yeah. Or they just like to bang, you know? Uh,
Yes.
I only have one sibling that I know of.
yeah.
I mean,
um,
just basically, the fucking delivery room is more like a conga line.
Um,
Dun, 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 dun. Hey, dun, 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 dun. Hey.
Dwarves
So-
are very efficient at everything, even birthing.
Next.
you could say they're just really good at creating things, to be honest. So,
She's like, all
uh,
right, 9 months
Kulrus,
is
do
up.
you have any
Next.
siblings?
I do.
there was
two.
mention that he has two, yeah.
Yeah.
Are they hot?
I am
Eh.
not qualified to answer that question.
They're
Good. Good.
are you attracted to Dragonborn?
Bam, bam, ba-dam, ba-dam,
I never said I
ba-dam.
was.
I asked if you were. I just asked if you were. Are you attracted to Dragonborn? Because that would determine whether they're hot or not.
No.
Okay.
I was just
Brendan,
seeing what his answer would be.
I'm gonna send Brendan a copy of the Lusty Argonian Maid and get his reaction.
Because, like,
The what?
Kulrus isn't a bad-looking Dragonborn. You would assume he's actually probably in the more good-looking Dragonborn, but it's hard to
I
tell.
genuinely
'cause-
have no idea how to judge the attractiveness of a Dragonborn.
Yeah, it's one of those things that, like, you don't know
They're so
how
different.
how you would, like, judge that. So,
Yeah.
So,
In comparison to me, he looks like a monster.
yeah, pretty much exactly that.
The lusty
So-
Argonian. The lusty dragonborn.
God. So, holy shit! How it's been an hour and 15 minutes already. Time has flown. Holy shit.
We started late.
We did, but still, it feels like an hour has passed by very quickly. Is what I'm saying.
Really? Not
Yeah.
to me. Then again, DMing does feel like time goes faster.
It does.
I'll give you that.
So, or Brandon's trying to say, I'm so boring, he's felt every second. I'm joking.
A little bit of
course.
column A, a little bit of column B.
So, I totally forgot where I was going. Fuck. Whatever. I'm gonna pick up something new. You all continue eating, enjoying your meal. Before eventually you hear the front door open, as you kind of finish your meal. Most of you wrapping up and just enjoying a cup of tea while there's idle chatter going on. Also, at this point, Nora has left. You saw her go upstairs after you guys had mentioned that you were going to be staying. So you assume that she's preparing rooms for all of you. So, after probably about 10 minutes or so, of you guys just idly chatting, sipping on some tea, you watch as the front door is swung open, and a relatively small female dragonborn, a couple inches shorter than Kulrus, so she's about 5'7" or so.
At the same height as our mom.
Yeah. She rushes in and like turns and sees Kulrus sitting at the table and goes, Kulrus! And then kind of rushes over and says, oh my god. Father, did you already ask him? Is it true? Did you actually find it? Is it true?
No, completely false.
Yes.
I
Yes,
knew.
it's true.
Oh. Wait, really?
Yes, true.
Oh my god.
I also found his workshop.
She kind of like leans against the wall and just goes, is
We.
what?
Yeah, these, well, those two helped with
I-
the tomb.
That's
All three of them helped with the workshop.
so fucking cool. Like you watch as like your
Yeah,
mother just looks over and just goes, language. She goes, oh, sorry.
What's wrong with a few fucks here and there?
We are very short on fucks to give in this family.
um, but it's more of a joke than really a strict thing. Because you would expect that some families in the world are probably going to be like, oh, maybe you shouldn't cuss. It's rude or something.
We are a higher class family.
Yeah.
We have to kind of keep it.
There is. Yeah. You guys are held to a high standard.
Canada family don't give no fucks. Or dwarves.
Yeah,
Not giving fucks.
dwarves wouldn't give a shit. The Briton Hall family, which is a very educated, well-known family for its extensive knowledge and is looked at sort of on a higher pedestal, not as nobility or something, but just held to a higher degree.
The family of scholars.
Yeah.
Not necessarily an ability, but
so it is kind of that expectation of maybe we should hold ourselves to a higher degree. So it seems kind of less so oh, don't cuss in the house. More you're the lady of the house. You shouldn't be cussing in front of guests, especially. Kind of that type of thing.
I can't understand how how more affluent families live like that. I mean, for crying out loud, my sister once got blackout drunk and knocked out 17 people in a bar fight.
Good lord. Anyways,
these are dwarves.
You watch as
Fair enough.
Tressa will gather up all the bowls from the soup and begin returning them to the kitchen. But your sister, who now realizing she's in the presence of company, kind of looks around and says, "Oh, my apologies. I was so excited to see my brother again. I am oh fuck. Wednesday.
A is I.
Yeah, that's true. E is I. Wensai, she'll bow her head and say, "I am Wensai, Brindhall, Kulrus' sister." And
It'd be weird if you weren't a Brindle.
I suppose you're right, but it's force of habit. Velgus was behind me. I don't know where he went. Whatever. He can handle himself.
That sounds like a plot hook.
Or I'm just waiting to bring another character in.
Fair enough.
But
I'm a paranoid bastard.
Menzai, she'll look over and say, "Interesting group." And once again, you guys will go through, give introductions, and she'll do a nice courtesy bow every time you guys introduce yourself. Seems like she was raised very proper, but she's still somewhat tomboyish, despite that sort of proper way to the house that she seems to try, that act she's trying to put on.
Am I gonna be trying to bang Kulrus' sister?
What
No.
the fuck?
You're not.
Probably underage.
No. She is technically a professor at the university.
Close my ass.
Okay.
What?
Fuck off.
What?
What?
Something my ass.
I think he said "so is," which doesn't make any sense.
Jerry. So is my ass. The fuck?
Okay.
That's just...
Anyway,
Jesus. So.
Yeah, that was just your reminder that one, I've been drinking, and two, I'm historically a fucking idiot.
True.
That's fair. That's fair.
So. Yeah. your sister, she kind of chats you up and asks pretty much all the exact same things that your father asked. And after she's like attacking you with questions, like it is not like she's not like asking you questions normal. Like she is like aggressively questioning you. But eventually, she's kind of interrupted as you hear the cough of a dragonborn now like entering the dining room, and there you all turn and look and see a pretty large figure compared to Kulrus, who is definitely shorter. This figure stands at about 6'4". It's a decently tall figure. I think
Is this your buffer younger brother?
This is older brother.
Older, but yes.
Yeah, Kulrus is the middle child. Pain.
I wouldn't know it myself.
I am the only middle child here, so.
Yep.
Guess you'll know what it's like.
I mean, technically, I'm a middle child if you include my half brothers and sisters.
Yeah. I mean, I never actually had any of the middle child stuff, but anyways, yeah, you see your brother Velgus standing there. You can see that he's wearing armor and has his sword at his side, and he's definitely, like Max said, bigger, buffer brother, pretty much.
Damn, what does he do for a living?
He'll give once again a courtesy bow and say, "Greetings, Kulrus. It's wonderful to see you home again, and to see that you're adventuring with people is awesome."
He's approval. He's approving of.
It's good to have your approval, Vogus.
You know, I always give you my approval, brother.
Well,
so,
draw lots to see which of his family members dies first.
what if I told you
Joke's
I
on
know
you.
which one it is?
Joke's on you. One of them's already dead.
Damn. Fuck, I didn't plan for that. No. But Velgus will give a half bow to all of you, and he'll once again ask for introductions and apologize, knowing that you guys have definitely had to introduce yourself for like the 4th time now.
I'm gonna keep saying just Kalen.
I mean, imagine all of you are just saying your first names.
I'm gonna do the full introduction. I'm gonna do it like half-assedly. It's like Ogden Aurelius Gannon. I really need to make some fucking business cards.
He actually looks at you at
Might
Ogden
be a
and
good
says,
idea.
"I have a friend that could do that for you.
Please
And
do."
trust me." he pulls out a business card, like places it down in front of you, and says, "I've been there." And it's actually a well-made business card. You can see that it has a good proper font to it that is easy to read but still elegant. There is
I'm keeping that.
a nice design to it as well that is pleasant to the eyes. You can also see that it says professor at Mare University.
The fuck is he a professor in?
You can ask him.
Yeah, I'm gonna do just that. I'm gonna ask him what the hell is he a professor in?
Well, various
Ass
things.
whooponomics?
I
Say
suppose-
Balkanomics?
Ass whooponomics. I mean, the guy's wearing armor.
Yeah. He actually like laughs and says, "I wouldn't say you're that far off. I do teach swordplay at the school.
Called it.
I also do have a couple scholar classes. I'm also somewhat proficient with magic, and do teach a few of the lower, earlier on magic classes. But I do teach some of the magic classes as well. But my primary focus is I do teach aspiring adventurers and bodyguards and various things.
I'm
It is
going to start.
An adventuring class that we actually have. I wouldn't offer to any of you as you all seem experienced enough.
I'm going to start. I'm going to just to make conversation. I'm going to just list off kind of like my proficiencies. I'm just talking about.
Yeah, and he like engages in proper like conversation with you and is like clearly attentive and paying attention to everything you say. He is definitely like a very I can't think of the word I'm trying to describe here, but he's just like a good person. Like he is a good listener, seems like a pretty well off dude. Just a likable guy. Is the best way to put it. And he actually looks at you and says, "Actually, you all are going to be staying for a while, right?"
No wonder Kulrus is good at
Couple
everything.
days.
He has to live in this guy's shadow.
Yeah, there is definitely a bit of
If
that.
she says that out loud-
I picked a different path than
If
him a
she
little
says
bit.
that
I
out
am-
loud, I'm just going to immediately just slap her upside the head.
I didn't say that
Yeah,
out loud,
no,
but I
that
did,
was-
however, keep his business card.
Yeah.
That's straight in my inventory.
Velgus does actually go in and say, given that you are experienced adventurers, even if that's relatively new experiences, would you all be willing to demonstrate and give a small guest lecture? I have a couple of students that are...
My face just this immense ear to ear grin.
Just...
What exactly would
I-
we
you
be
know,
talking
I think-
about?
I think I might pass on that. I still need a good amount of target practice.
I'm
No,
I'm
no.
What
going-
exactly would we be talking about?
Just your experiences.
Just
what you've
experience.
experienced. Yes. No.
I'm
I
also
won't.
going to say is that I am a proficient alchemist, so I can also give an alchemy lecture.
I would not have any say in that, but I'm sure I could talk to a couple other professors there, and I'm sure they'd be willing to have someone of your stature. You did say the Gannon
Nice.
family.
Yep.
Most
Yes.
of my skill set is illegal.
What
I won't ask about
what a
that.
How
introduction.
about we let Ogden take care of that class and give
Okay.
his takes on.
I mean,
all the
would you
combats
all
we've been in.
mind being there just for show, even if it's just that?
Would you have a class on corporate espionage? I'm somewhat of an expert at that.
No. You see, like there was like
No.
obvious concern on his face. It's just like no.
I'm just
Don't
kind of
trust her. She's a
rubbing my
tricky one.
temples.
I need to
Sorry.
create a. I'm gonna just think this, like mumble it under my breath. I need to create a robotic arm that just face palms for me. My
How
arm's getting
about the
tired.
legalities of business?
How
Like I said.
about
Don't
We
trust
have
her.
business classes, yes.
Brendan disappeared into Chile.
Yeah, he keeps like fading slightly in and out.
It's
Don't worry,
slowly
I'm
taking
trying to.
I'm slowly going to the spirit
Um,
world. Don't worry. I'll see you all in next week.
I don't want to go to Brazil. Ends up in Chile. Bless his soul.
Rip.
This is so much even better. They say it's chilly here, but it's actually quite hot. Damn it.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
You fucker.
Disappear.
Okay.
As a dad joke expert, I can clearly tell that is shit.
For dad jokes, that means it's good. If it's shit, the shittier it is,
By
the better
dad
it is
joke
as a dad
standards, that's
joke.
shit.
Oh yeah, there is an engineering department here, isn't there?
Yes.
Yes.
I need to make a visit.
Fuck.
I
But-
need to spend a lot of time in the library.
Velgus will
Enjoy.
say, "Oh, shoot. I could only unfortunately stop by. I was told that another blue dragonborn, somewhat looking like Kulrus, was in town, so I had to quickly come and make sure it was actually you. I'm happy to see that you're
Yeah,
home."
sorry, that was me.
Ignoring
Ignore
that.
her.
Yes, happy that you're home. I still have a few lectures to give, but I'll be back tonight.
Sounds fine.
Don't do anything
see you.
stupid. And he'll like
No
turn around and
promises.
start rushing off and open the door and then sprint out.
I have to do something stupid now just because you said that.
Damn.
They do
Let's
be
go make
like that.
pancakes.
Allow me to offer my expertise.
Your father, Julian, will stand up, grabbing his cane, and say, "I also must return to my study. I do have some work I need to finish up."
Have fun.
I think I'll take my stuff up to my room since we'll be staying
Yes.
here for a couple of
Pretty much
days.
at the same time as you say that, you watch as Nora comes down the stairs and once again bows her head and says, I have prepared your rooms. Unfortunately, I hope I haven't done anything to your disliking. I did place both the males and both the females in the same room.
Can I be in a room different from hers? I like to have my stuff still on me.
You've got nothing worth stealing.
Jesus.
I'm
She'll
All
glad
my
you think
stuff is
that.
attached to me, so
kind of like look and
Also,
just be like,
what do
"Hi."
you take me for?
I thank you for quite a lot
I
of things.
take you
being
for
in a
who
room with
you are.
for-
Jada!
I haven't
Quite a bit
stolen
now.
anything in days.
Jada
weeks,
won't steal
maybe.
from the party. Hopefully. I don't
haven't
see
stolen
Jada
anything
stealing
in
from the
days.
party.
The last thing I stole was from a very rich person who deserved it.
Your brother?
yeah.
Hey, you actually stole from your brother? Damn it, man.
Where do you
Oh,
think I got
shit.
all that gold?
No.
I was joking. I didn't even know you had a brother.
But you didn't
It was
mean
just a
it?
guess.
at
It was a
the
joke.
It was. Wait, was she at the table?
No, I
No,
wasn't.
she wasn't.
I don't think she was. No.
It was specifically stated
Yeah,
she wasn't.
She wasn't.
You have a brother? Is that who that guy was while I was stuffing my face? with
You,
waffles?
yeah, you would have heard it, but you were busy stuffing your face with waffles. So it's kind of like,
It occurs
I
to me
completely
only
missed
Ogden
that.
met him.
and Chorus met him.
I did not get a good look at him. I was busy.
Waffles.
And avoiding
yes.
that other elf.
Other.
The one elf that was eyeing me.
Oh right, I forgot about
Yes,
that. Yeah.
of course.
Yes,
Yeah.
the queer yandere.
Oh god, he's gonna make a return, isn't he?
Was it a he? I can't remember. But
It was a he.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
There were
we
quite a
tried
few
to
of those.
scare him away, and it had the opposite effect.
Indeed.
Tried
Yep.
to scare him away, and it only made him more horny.
Yes. I
Unfortunately.
remember now. It's all coming back.
Like Max.
True. So, since I'm trying to look to wrap
What, you-
up, unfortunately very early, but fortunately that's the shit. That's the way the shit goes.
I am on East Coast time, so I am an hour
Yeah.
ahead.
So
Damn chilly.
I believe Chile is actually on,
He's on the
mountain
wet-
time.
yeah,
Yeah, they're
That's
on a
an itch.
western coast as
Um,
well.
yeah, bro. What the fuck? But you all,
Actually, there
you'll
is to be an hour ahead.
Nora will take your statement as banter more than an actual statement, and not bother to prepare a second room for you. So
Okay.
Jada's not gonna steal from the party. That
I'm
would,
not gonna steal from you.
yeah, that would. Even Jada knows, like, that would fuck the party dynamic up so much that you guys would never trust her again. Like, she's not stupid. Jada's very intelligent, actually.
The last person not to mention the fact that I'm the only healer in the group, and yeah, you can kind of see how that's gonna go.
I wasn't lying when I said the last person I stole from was a rich bastard who deserved it.
That's true, yeah.
How do you know he deserved it, though?
That's,
was rich.
That's also true.
Because I spoke with him for more than an hour?
And he seemed very down to earth and very friendly.
He was also in my family.
Yep. And he also didn't seem to take after your parents. At least
She
personality-wise.
The money
Yeah.
that he had on him was not his money.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
was
more than
his
likely.
parents' money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Therefore,
So
However, it also seems
Fair.
like it probably wasn't personal spending money. You don't know.
no,
a
he
large-
wouldn't have kept his
a large-
personal spending money that easily stealable.
A large amount of gold like that is rare that even like a noble would carry around something that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, given it was in a, I guess the best way to call it would be like a wallet of holding. Yeah.
Holding, yeah.
So maybe he thought it would have been secure no matter what, but you
Clearly
doubt
he
that he
hasn't
was
met me.
carrying that much spending money.
That was for some sort of business expense.
Yeah.
I'm fairly sure.
And given that you did find crates that had your family crest on it, you knew that he was definitely doing business there. I think actually Claire and Arun did mention to you that they were there for business.
Yeah.
But that's in the past now.
And
Moving
pleasure,
forward.
if their relationship is to be inferred.
No.
Oh, whoa.
So,
Uh,
continuing. Nora will, you see her walk into the kitchen and join Kulrus's mother, as she seems to be doing dishes and cleaning up the kitchen. And eventually, Tressa, Kulrus's mother, will return to the dining room and say, well, I'm going to be heading out back into the field. Feel free to do whatever you like. Not much entertainment within the house. I think we have a few puzzles, some books.
we'll probably
going to
be heading
explore the
over to
town.
the university here fairly soon.
Yeah.
Understood.
But I have some personal reading to get done.
Yes,
Before then?
I believe your sister should still be in the house. She actually did leave at some point when Velgus came in. Or you saw her go upstairs, I'll say.
Yeah.
She'll tell you that Lenase is still in the house. Just get her before you head over to the university, and she'll be able to get you into anywhere. So that way Kulrus doesn't have to lead all of you around if he doesn't want to.
That's fair. We can split up at that point.
I'm gonna burn the midnight oil with this one and try to set up the.
Well, this is like midday. You just pretty much had a late lunch.
Yeah.
She'll tell you that she'll have dinner prepared around sundown. So just if you want to be back for dinner and have it warm, be back then. That's pretty much what she says, and then you watch she heads back out into the fields and begins cutting some more wheat. But we'll say that you guys go grab a Onese and begin making your way over to the college, and we will pick back up with you guys making entry upon the university grounds. So yeah, short stream, unfortunately.
Apologies.
That's the pain. I mean, even then, this is still like our normal ending time, I would say. So nothing really wrong here. It's a short stream
Pen go.
because we were so late to start due to
Also that, yes.
due to my fault. But thank you guys for joining us. Thank you,
Man, that rice I'm
Kaylin,
cooking
from
just sounds good.
joining us from Chile. I know the internet's rough there.
Don't
and
worry,
that you're
Asher,
wanted by
will
the
be somewhere
government.
better next week.
No. But yeah,
When you're wanted by the government, you take what you can get.
exactly. That's why he's on the side of the road. In fact, actually,
Yep.
they just think
That's
he's
why
a random beggar.
He's on a hot
That's
spot.
why he's on the international border.
Yeah, exactly.
In case they
Hotspot.
find him, he can just hop
Mhm,
right over.
Yep, and then they can't do anything.
They start coming from the other direction. Go back.
Exactly.
Well,
Easy.
they chased me from Argentina into Chile, and so then they keep chasing me. Maybe Peru would be a good spot. I don't know.
But yeah, thank you guys
just
for,
don't wanna go
for
back to
joining
Brazil.
us.
Like,
We did actually
this-
have a new follow. So all Odie, if you're still in chat, thank you for giving us that follow. I think that puts us back up at 41. No, it says 40 still.
I'm seeing 40, but I don't know.
I don't know either.
I think somebody else got banned.
Yeah, possibly. I'm still saying 40. Yeah. So we're still 10 followers away from our goal of 50 followers to get that sweet juicy affiliate. And once we get affiliate, we have some other new stuff that we have planned. So make sure you send even
Share
if they
the
don't,
stream with your friends.
share the stream with your friends.
Or your enemies.
Yeah,
we don't care.
Sure. Make sure they're not going to spread hate in our chat though, because that's an instant ban.
That's yeah.
Um,
To it.
And, if you're not in our Discord, you should join our Discord. It's a great way to interact with us, and we also have all the character information for these 4 wonderful players. You can see the art that they have.
You're going a little too far there saying we're wonderful.
I have to, play you guys off so that way, I don't
Are
look
you
like the
kidding
bad
me?
guy.
I'm a little shit. You're welcome to say it.
I tried to
The
be good, just
characters
chaotically
are
good.
definitely all shitheads. The players are great.
I'm sorry.
No,
What
you got
now?
it the other way around.
Pretty sure it's the other way around.
Yeah, fairly certain.
No,
I have higher self-esteem than that,
there's
thank you.
definitely worse players that exist. I will
I've
stand
DM'd
my
for
ground on
worse
this.
people.
Yeah. You guys
Yeah,
are a pretty
I've-
damn good group.
That's fair.
But yeah.
This group wasn't my least favorite to DM for. Back when I did.
ouch.
Can I get Boomerang sword back?
No.
No.
Boomerang, no!
Your current character couldn't use it anyway,
Yep.
so
Sure I
no.
So not only do we have all that character information for them, we
Actually,
also
you could.
have some campaign
Back to the
information that you
blade,
can
bitch.
find, which has maps and a brief description of sort of what started off this campaign. So that will kind of help you out there. As well,
do we get any XP?
no.
Damn.
That's a shame.
No, we're not doing any XP. You'll never get XP.
It's
only milestones.
milestone.
No. You're not leveling up just from getting to a fucking city. You'll level up when I decide you level up. We also have our stream notifications, so you can actually see all that there. Of course, you can when you follow our Twitch channel. There is a little bell next to the follow button, and if you press that, it'll turn notifications on.
I don't have that enabled.
I don't have. I obviously don't have notifications on for our stream because I'm the one pressing the start button. So
And I'm in it.
yeah,
The notification that the stream is starting pops up in 3 servers for me, so
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
really need it. And also, I'm usually here.
Too for
Yeah.
me, and I'm always here.
yeah.
None for
I
me,
feel
and
like this one time.
I'm always here. Yeah.
You're definitely in the Dungeons and DoorBreakers server, so there's definitely one for you, Max. But
But
I just don't have the
bell is
ping.
actually on because I think it defaults to on, and I
Yeah.
haven't turned it off.
yep. So yeah.
What the hell's my phone?
So yeah, we also have a YouTube channel. You can open up our YouTube channel.
I'm
We
a
have YouTube videos on there that are trimmed down a little bit. I remove any breaks that we take and the end and starting screens, so that way it's a little more of a coherent flow. So you can just watch the D&D as it goes on, and any dumbass shenanigans that we get up to. Also, we have our Twitter. There you can also see various notifications. Which are usually way funnier than just a bot yelling at you. So, follow that if you have a Twitter account.
And
And I will.
confirm. Twitter usually fire.
True.
Today, maybe.
Did you even look at it for today?
I did, but I don't remember what it was.
And it
3
just says
PM
it's
somewhere?
6:30. It's
Or
6:30 p.m. somewhere.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah. So yeah,
that was-
6:30 p.m. TM
Uh,
somewhere.
that's all I have to
Yeah,
say.
I didn't add the TM in this time.
I'm hoping, because I don't want to promise, because there might be stuff happening next weekend too.
Same.
So, assuming nothing happens, if that changes, I will be notifying through our Discord. Which I guess we can also announce this stuff on Twitter. I don't know why we've never done that, but I guess it doesn't really matter.
That
People
much
go
whiskey
straight to
and I'm
Twitter
not
to
feeling
laugh.
it.
True.
Because nobody actually follows the Twitter.
That's
I
true,
do.
but the more you tweet, the more likely people are to see it.
Are you
How many
sure I
followers do we
do?
have now?
5?
We have 5. Yeah.
Hey.
Probably rule out which one's me pretty easily.
Yeah.
But only 4 of them show up whenever I go. And
That
they
is
click on it.
indeed true. Interesting.
One's probably a private account.
Yeah. Well, I know Brandon's there, and then Jawbones.
Yeah, I see. Brandon,
Um,
are you meme man?
Huh?
No,
Who's-
No, I'm the Skyrim character creator.
Oh, I thought that was
I'm
Brendan.
Roach.
Yeah. So, anyways,
And I see
Back to
Jawbone
wrapping up.
and Noah.
Yeah. I think that's all I had to say. So hopefully we'll be back next week, 6:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. If anything does come up, check our Discord. You'll be notified there. That's all I have to say.
We should have
So-
Kirby back next week, by the
Oh
way.
shit. Pog?
Pog?
Real news? Number one
Yeah,
fucking
fan?
go.
Actual news. Like, he should have his internet back to, well, today for him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Shit, that's hype. Okay.
Good for the man. He did.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll have the Kirby back. But yeah. We will see you guys next week. Bye.